What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm on Toxic Gaming today, people. Today we are going to be going over the brand new Winnabox that just concluded on the Speed Duel League Discord. We actually had a fair amount of unique and cool decks that entered into this tournament, and if you want to join into the next Speed Duel League Winnabox, we are going to be having a Valentine's Day one as well, which will start Valentine's Day weekend. And yeah, it's actually going to be really exciting. This last one was 50 participants in total. It was really exciting as this was the first Winnabox held by Keebler and myself. Keebler was in charge of most of everything, but I was in charge of prizing. So again, we're just very excited to be kicking off speed duels, mostly after the death of the queen. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to be jumping into top 16, top 8, and then top 4. So I hope you all enjoy this type of video because it's 16 full deck profiles. Alright, let's begin. Alright, first on our list is going to be Mirazox. I'm sorry if I get anybody's name wrong. I'm going to just preface this before we even jump more into this. I'm really bad with names, so just bear with me and correct me in the comment section if you would like. So this is the Slimey Disposition deck. This is the skill that came out in Streets of Battle City. And it is a skill that says, flip this card over when you activate the skill. Once per turn, you can special summon a humanoid slime or a worm drake from your graveyard in attack position, but it cannot be tributed except for a tribute summon of a divine beast monster. So this is really cool because you can always end up monster reborning one of these guys back from your graveyard, and in doing so, you are able to easily fusion summon the humanoid worm drake. So it makes the deck actually kind of fun and consistent at the same time. To pair with these cards, being that they're fusion materials, we also got the Reactor Slime, which is just a new monster that can summon tokens to the field, and then also tribute itself during the battle phase to bring out Metal Reflect Slime and allow this card to be activated during the same turn. It's actually really powerful. And to go in tangent with these cards, the player is actually using Creature Seizure, because of course you're playing your normal monsters, but this is also going to create tokens that you can Creature Seizure as well. So that's also really cool. Book of Moon is going to be one of the 3 ofs. Galaxy Cyclone is going to be a spell and trap removal card. We're going to use Offerings to the Doom as our 1 of. And then White Elephant's Gift is going to be what we actually use to get more consistency with the deck and get to cards we really like. I actually really like this card in this deck because you can send a non-effect monster you control to the graveyard, being, I believe, tokens as well. And so you're able to draw 2 as a mini Pot of Greed, boneless Pot of Greed card. Dust Tornado is going to be at 2, 1 Metal Reflect Slime, 2 Wall of Disruption to finish off the 3 ofs on this list, and 3-0 Gravity. Waking the Dragon is going to make an appearance in the side deck, along with 3 Mind Crush for the Cyber Angel matchup, and Berserk Scales is going to be in here as well. Next on our list is going to be Kaisplat. Again, I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But they're playing a Bountiful Ocean, which was a fan favorite deck in this event. So I was really surprised to see so many of it. I wasn't really on the radar with it, like I believe the rest of the community was. But after seeing how well it performed, I read into it, and I think this deck is actually really solid. So this skill says, activation requirement, at the start of the duel, flip this card over. While Umi is face up on the field, apply the following effect. Non-effect water monsters you control are unaffected by non-water effect monsters. And then once per turn, you can add a water monster from your graveyard to your hand. But for the rest of this turn, you cannot activate cards or effects until you normal summon that monster or a card with its name. This is usually going to be used to get back your Terror King Salmon, which is a 2400 1-drop under a Legendary Ocean. And you play a Legendary Ocean at 6 copies in this deck because of Warrior of Atlantis. So it's very consistent in that regard. We're also on the 1 Gale Lizard. This is actually making its way into a lot of lists. And so I thought it was really cool to see. 1 Book of Moon as one of the 3 ups. Foolish Burial, that way you can get to your fish salmon a little bit faster. 2 Fish Steps Charge, because it's the best card in the deck, being able to tribute a fish monster, then target a card on the field and destroy that. Then you can draw a card to essentially get back the resources that you use to pop the card. 1 Main Deck Lost Wind, 3 Swamp Mirror, and then 2 Wall of Disruption to figure out the 3 of. We're going to have our 3rd Fish Steps Charge into the side deck, a Lost Wind in the side deck as well, Night Beam, Dust Tornado, Mind Crush, and Floodgate Trap Hole. Next, we'll be looking at my personal favorite deck of the top 16, which is going to be Dr. Chinstraps Beware the Brothers Paradox. I really like unique decks, and we're actually going to be doing something really interesting with the next Winnabox with top 16's most unique deck. So I really like this deck in particular, and it's kind of what gave me the idea for what we're doing next. But you'll have to wait and see what that is. Beware the Brothers Paradox is a skill that was released in Midterm Paradox. It has the activation requirement of if you have no cards in your extra deck, reveal 1 Gate Guardian, Song of the Thunder, Quasi-Jin, or Sui-Jin in your hand and flip this card over. Then you can apply the following skills. You can normal summon level 7 monsters for 1 less tribute. You can tribute summon 1 level 7 monster face up in addition to your normal summon set, and your opponent takes no effect damage. You can only attack with 1 monster each turn, but that monster can make a second attack on monsters during each battle phase. So this is really good because we're putting in Tangent was not just Sound of the Thunder because it's the best card, and then an entire warrior toolbox to use for double reinforcements. So our warriors are going to be triple Amazon Swordswoman, which seems to be the bread and butter of the deck, 1 Amazon Spy to get back. Keep in mind that Amazon Swordswoman effect is actually battle damage. It does not inflict effect damage with this, so that's really unique, and that makes it be able to get around the skill itself. Then we're on the 1 DD Warrior Lady, which actually is one of the 3-ofs, and then the other 2 3-ofs is Breaker the Magical Warrior. Then we're on 1 Dawn Zalug and 1 Exiled Force. Again, we're on the 2 reinforcements of the army because this is a warrior box. And then 3 Song of the Thunder to make the skill work. 1 Offerings to the Doomed, 2 Berserk Scales, and 3 Half Shut because it works extremely well with Amazon Swordswind. Then our side deck is going to be 1 Mad Flame Kaiju, Amazon Sage, a Vampire Hunter, and 3 Magic Jammer to hit the Cyber Angels. Next on our list is going to be Pisuki. Again, sorry if you get your name wrong. It's going to be the Heart of the Warrior deck. This is an Apprentice Magician deck that I thought was super cool. Again, this probably would be in tangent with like the most unique deck on the list. But it says activation requirement, just flip it over. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then special summon 1 level 5 or lower warrior non-effect fusion monster from your extra deck. This is treated as a fusion summon. You cannot normal summon set the turn you activate this skill. Now, this pretty much just lets you cheat out your Giltias, the D Knight, and your Flame Swordsman. And in doing so, we have an entire deck to help us out with that. We got triple creature swap to creature swap your Apprentice Magicians and then attack into them so they can float into another Apprentice Magician, an Old Vindictive Magician, or Magician of Face. Keep in mind these are all little baby monsters, so you can creature swap literally any of these. Then we're on the Double Supply Squad for consistency, Triple Book of Moon as our 3-of for the deck, Fusion Weapon, that way it can actually make these cards into real threats along with Solitary Sword of Poison. Both of these are really cool and I like it a lot. I love Equip Spells deck and it seems like this is one of the better ones in the format right now. 2 Galaxy Cyclone and then 1 Jinzo as a 2-of. We're then going to be playing Sphere Karibo at 2 in the side. 1 was Lost Wind, 1 DD Crow, and then 1 Jar of Avarice and double Cyclone. Again, we are on another Bountiful Ocean deck list. This one's really cool in the regard that we're actually maxing on the Terror King Salmons and the Fish Steps Charge. Again, Gale Lizard is seeing a lot of play with this deck. So also, it's worth mentioning that this deck's also on Rising Energy. And I don't remember if the last one was on Floodgate or not. But yeah, this deck is just so cool. And you're going to be seeing so many different variants of this list. But all of them do exactly the same thing. Dust Tornado, DD Crow, Jar of Avarice, and Galaxy Cyclone all made it to the side. And congratulations, Ryan Atlas on your top. Or this is Ari Elder, my bad. Ari Elder on your top. Now we'll get into Ryan Atlas's deck, which is going to be the Fusion Red Eyes deck. This is, again, going to be the Heart of the Warrior. We are going to be using the Carbon Yedon that can get pitched off the skill. That way you can actually special summon Red Eyes Black Dragon because it actually bypasses the summoning condition or the summoning restriction on the skill. Then 2 Foolish Burial, again, to send the Carbon Yedon to the graveyard. Monster Destruction and Hammer Shut and Offerings to the Doomed. Champion's Vigilance because it is a solemn judgment while you have Red Eyes on the field. It is super good. Jar of Avarice is insane. 2 Red Eyes Spirit and then 3 Wall of Disruption. Our side deck is really cool. I really like it. Kaiku is at 2. I love Kaiku. Heatwave is at 2. Again, love Heatwave. And then Curse Seal, the Forbidden Spell, is like an amazing trap card to put in, especially because all the spell cards you usually wouldn't want to side out. So this card coming in is so clutch against the Cyber Angel matchup. Alright, next on our list is going to be Stevie, and he is on Machine Angel Ascension for Cyber Angels. And so this skill says flip it over when you activate this skill. Once per turn during the main phase, you can use one of these skills, but each can only be used once per duel. Discard 1 spell cards and add 1 Cyber Angel Ritual monster or 1 Machine Angel Ritual monster from your deck to your hand. Or shuffle 1 Cyber Angel Ritual monster or 1 Machine Angel Ritual spell from your graveyard into the deck. If you don't know what this skill is, it's that you're new to Speed Duels because it's been around since the GX box conception. It is insane, probably one of the strongest decks in Speed Duels. And for the most part, the deck has not really changed too much since it's coming to the format. We are going to be looking at 3 Sonic Bird, 2 Senju, 3 Cyber Angel Bed-10, 3 Cyber Angel Edaton, 2 Izanas, 3 Galaxy Cyclone, 2 Machine Angel Ritual, 1 Creature Swap, and then double Night Beam. The third Night Beam is going to be in the side with an Offerings to the Doom, 2 Creature Swap, and 2 Different Dimension Gate. And then next is going to be Nikki, another top contending player. They played against Cyber Angels, again, Machine Angel. Ascension is going to be the skill. We're on triple Sonic Bird, triple Senju, triple Ben 10, triple Edatin, double Azana, 3 Galaxy Cyclone, 2 Machine Angel Ritual, and 1 Share the Pain. We're also going to be on 1 Straight Flush, 1 Ally of Justice Core Destroyer, 2 Sphere Kribo, and 2 Eradicator Aerosol for, I guess, Moss. But yeah, this deck is pretty solid, and if you're just getting the speed duels and want to try out a combo-oriented deck, Cyber Angels is probably the one to play for you. Congratulations, Nikki. And what is Cyber Angels without bringing up Ursus? Ursus has made it into the top 8. Yeah, so the next 4 lists are going to be the top 8 of our Win-A-Box. And so Ursus made it to top 8. Surprise, surprise. He's on double Senju, double Sonic Burn, 3 Cyber Angel Benten, and then 3 Edatin, then 2 Izana. He's on a unique anti-magic arrow, and then he's going to be playing 3 Night Beam, 2 main deck Share the Pain, and 2 Machine Angel Ritual. The side deck is going to be another Share the Pain and another Night or anti-magic arrow, then 2 double Cyclone and 2 Shield Crush, and of course XYZ. If you get it, you get it. Next is going to be Jackie Omu's Millennium Eye Red Eyes deck. Now, if you don't know what Millennium Eye is, it was a skill that got released in the first ever set of speed duels, but it's actually really good. You flip this card over when you activate the skill. At the start of the duel, look at your opponent's opening hand. You may choose to have that player shuffle their hand into their deck and draw a new hand if you want. If both players use the skill at the same time, the turn player resolves their skill first. So yeah, the deck works really well in tangent with the trap card Mind Crush, being able to hit all the cards from your opponent's hand as long as you open this card. It's really good. And then we're also going to be playing the Red Eyes package, being the double Gear Freeze, the Red Eyes Iron Knight, 3 Red Eyes Baby Dragon, and then the 1 Black Metal Dragon. We're also going to be on 1 DD Warrior Lady. We're then going to be playing 2 Book of Moon, 2 Creature Swap, and then 2 Reinforcements. Blasphemous Chain is making an appearance in this deck because it works really well in tangent with Gear Freeze, the Red Eyes Iron Knight. Mind Crush, because of the skill, is going to be at 3, 1 Red Eye Spirit, and then 1 Zoma the Spirit. This side deck is really unique as it has the other Black Metal Dragon and the Gear Freeze, the Red Eyes Iron Knight. We're going to be playing 1 Battle Survivor, 2 of the DD Crow, and then 1 Waking the Dragon. And now we are on Artile Quint. Sorry if I get your name wrong. They are on the Looking into the Future skill. Looking into the Future is a skill that came out of the GX box that says during the main phase, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and return them in any order, but you cannot activate spell cards the turn you use this skill. Flip this card over at the end of the turn that you activated that skill. It's a once per turn skill, and it's really strong. And then we're bringing back the Crystal Beast because they are freed from the list, but because of last format, we weren't actually able to test that. And it's really cool to see that it was able to make top 8. We're actually going to be seeing the 3 Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, the 3 Crystal Beast Topaz Tiger, and the 1 Crystal Beast Amber Mammoth. Then we're going to be seeing probably one of the best cards in the deck, Crystal Regeki. It is free from the list. This is going to be maxed out at 3 copies, 3 of the Crystal Conclave, 2 Dust Tornado, 3 Super Rush Recklessly, and then 2 Book of Moon. And the side deck, we're going to be looking at the Double Sphere Kribo, the Dust Tornado, the Wall of Disruption, the Mind Crush, and the Waking the Dragon. And then lastly, probably my second favorite deck of the entire event, we are looking at the Master AGMU, something like that. Yeah, this is definitely my second favorite. If I could pick a third favorite, it would probably be a deck that's going to be in the top 4. So, yeah. This is, again, Evil Hero, A Heart of the Warrior. We are playing the double Raviel Lord of the Phantasm, Dark Summoning Beast to cheat out the Raviel, 2 Grand Marg, and 2 Legendary Jujitsu Master, 3 Wall of Disruptions, 3 Dark Calling, 2 Anti-Magic Arrows, and 3 Waboku. We are then going to be playing the 3 Guilty of the D-Knight, the 1 Flame Swordsman, and the 2 Dark Gaia. This deck is really unique in the regards that you're actually going to be pitching the Summoning Beast to the graveyard to actually get to your materials, which is really, really cool. I like that a lot. And then the side deck is going to be Santa Claus and Magic Drain. Alright, and now we are going to get into our top 4. Now, the fourth place, or not fourth place, but the top 4 player we're going to be going over first is going to be my third favorite deck of the entire event. I think this deck is so cool, and I like it a lot. We are looking at Cyberblade Fusion Red Eye. If you don't know, Cyberblade Fusion is a once per turn skill that allows you to discard to fusion summon 1 Cyberblade or Cyberblader by sending either Star Cyber or Blade Skater from the field or graveyard as a fusion material, and the other material from your hand, field, or deck to the graveyard. The Cyberblader will gain 400 attack. So these are the cards I'm talking about as the Star Cyber and the Blade Skater, and then this is your card Cyberblader, which gains 3 different effects depending on the amount of monsters on your opponent's side of the field. We're also going to be playing the DD Warrior Lady, 3 Gearfried the Red Eyes Iron Knight with 3 Red Eyes Baby Dragon to float into it, and 1 Black Metal Dragon. This is the usual package you see, and it's very strong. Reinforcements of the army is going to be played at 2, being that you can search for either of your materials that you can fusion summon, or your DD Warrior Lady. We're also going to be on the the Galaxy Cyclone at 2, the 2 Creature Swap, 3 Blasphemous Chain, 2 Wall of Disruption, and 1 Zone of the Spirit. In the side deck, we are going to be looking at 2 DD Crow, 2 Chaosai, and 2 Waboku. And for the extra deck, we really just need to worry about these 3 Cyberblader, and you can play any other 3 of that you absolutely want to. Next on our list is going to be Ice Salty Alley. They are playing the Cyber Angel deck as well. Again, it's just going to be these 3 Edatins, 3 Benten, 2 Izanas, 2 Thousand Hands, 2 Sonic Bird, 2 Machine Angel Ritual, 3 Night Beam, 2 Share the Pain, 1 Offerings to the Doomed, with 1 Sonic Bird, 1 Fulfillment of the Contract, which is really cool, 2 Creature Swap, and then 2 Galaxy Cyclone in the side deck. And here we are with the second place deck. This is ran by, I'm so sorry that I don't know how to say this, Vajash Kifli. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. They are playing the Digging for Gold Red Eyes skill. If you don't know what Digging for Gold is, it is a David skill that says you can flip this card over when you activate the skill. Activate the skill during your main phase. You can banish 3 cards from your graveyard, then draw 1 card. The skill can only be used once per duel. So by banishing 3 cards from the grave, you just draw 1. And the cards we are using is obviously going to be the Red Eyes package, which is the triple Gearfried, triple Red Eyes, and then double Black Metal Dragon. The Blasphemous Chain works really well in tangent with the Gearfried, the Iron Knight. The 2 Book of Moon, 2 Shrink, 1 Offerings to the Doomed, 1 Wall of Disruption, 2 Widespread Ruin, and 1 Waking the Dragon. Then in the side deck, we're going to be on 2 DD Crow, 1 Night Beam, 2 Mind Crush, and the other Waking the Dragon. Wow, double Waking, that's kind of sick. Congratulations, and yeah, second place is definitely a phenomenal place to have gotten. And I believe you got $20 for doing this, so yeah, definitely congratulations. And oh boy, here we are, RTT's first place 50-player win-a-box deck list. Alright, jumping right into this, we are on the double Terror King Salmon instead of the 3 of. The Warrior of Atlantis is going to be a 3, the Gale Lizard, and the inclusion of Submarine Roid to hit for a little bit of extra damage. Again, we're going the double Foolish Burial, double Night Beam, 1 Offerings to the Doomed, double Shrink, 3 A Legendary Ocean, and then 3 Wall of Disruption. In the side deck, we are seeing the appearance of Mario Kotet. I don't know how to say this guy. During your opponent's turn, when your opponent activates a spell card, quick effect, you contribute this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So it's a really cool monster negate for the deck. I actually love this card. It's so cool to see other people starting to see it too. Mind Crush is going to be played at 2, 1 Waking the Dragon, and then Curse Seal of Forbidden Spell. Congratulations to RTT and Vikash Kifli. Yeah, you both did extremely well. And not only them, but everybody in top 16, top 4, top 8, y'all did incredible. And there were so many unique decks, and so it was just so fun to watch as you all played through this tournament. Again, we are going to be having a Valentine's Day win-a-box, so if you are interested in this type of content, want to see more content on the channel, we are moving more towards a Speed Duel League channel, so everything we do will be in tangent with the Speed Duel League. But again, if you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure you leave a like on this video, make sure you subscribe to see more, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.